bits. Two can discharge at a time. If it's solid, it goes in here. This lid comes up, it's negative air, goes to a biofilter. It's got grinders in it, mixes it, chops it up, and then it macerates it to make it less than an 1/8 inch in size. From there, it gets pumped into that tank. That would be kind of what Bruce was saying. It's like chewing it through your saliva. It's breaking it down the first stage. And after it's been in there for 72 hours approximately, it'll be conveyed to the digester. The digester, of course, is where it's making the same thing we make occasionally, a little bit of gas. The conversion process is really efficient in that the volatile solids content is reduced. These digesters, and they measure it every day, by almost 90%. And the parasitic load to run the plant is less than 7. So, energy in, 90% conversion, and 93% surplus energy to run it. So it's really an efficient system. And the reason it got there so fast for our company is we pirated it from the Europeans. They've been doing it for decades. All we did was take the best available technology, bring it to the U.S., and then not redesigned it, but converted it to our standards, and we make probably 90% of the components, except for the engines and the steel tanks, all comes from manufacturers in Ohio. So in our calculations, we've created about 400 jobs in Ohio for these systems. And like I said, we'll have, I think it's 14 plants up by the end of the year in Ohio. It's really a big deal. I can tell you who one of our biggest advocates is Secretary Vilsack. Secretary Vilsack, when I first met him at Ohio State, he did a press conference at the Worcester facility. He'd always say, how many digesters? And then he'd say Iowa thing. So then we started this, well, who's got more? And then they had more, but we were making more energy from the ones we had. So I had to go to energy, but I'll be with him on November 21st at the Pittsburgh Browns game at the Cleveland Stadium. He's coming in for that event, and we'll be both. We'll be over 10 megawatts of electric, and we'll have a higher percentage, a higher number in Ohio than any other state in the country. The reason he's coming to the Indians or the Browns game, along with Commissioner Goodell and several other potentates from DMI, Dairy Management Institute, is because he's a big Steelers fan, and Goodell wants to see that game, and our partnership with Emerson Electric, which is Incinerator. Incinerator is, and Emerson Electric does $2 billion of revenue in Ohio. They're different companies. Rigid Tool is one of theirs. We partner with them to put in industrial-sized garbage disposals, and one of them's at the Cleveland Browns Stadium. So they're going to show how Cleveland Browns sustainability. They're going to go see the unit, watch the game, and then our truck is going to take that material to our digesters 6 miles east in Cleveland with houses 200 feet around and show them how we're making energy there. That's a partnership we did with Forest City Enterprises. And Forest City, you know, is kind of considerable, 31 states, $1.5 billion in revenue last year, $12 billion in assets. They're our partner, and the facility is 16 months old. We broke ground today to double the size of the plant. It's a big deal. It's $14–15 million investment in Cleveland